Hi everyone.
Hi.
We had not planned this video. However, uh, because of the new wave of corona, there have been a lot of new cases around us, and which has really alarmed us. So the idea is that we are not no experts. We are not doctors. The only intention of making this video is to create awareness and spread information about it.
And she is Anita, our friend. She is working in clinical research field, and one of her family members affected right now. How she is dealing this situation. So we are going to ask us few questions, and she is going to answer to us.
Right now one of my family member is affected, so I went into certain informations which I never know before, so it was easy for me to move to the next step. So we thought actually to make a video to how to start with and how to move with the next step, so people follow the right thing when they affected. Not here to advise or give any guidelines or any protocol, setting any protocol. We just thought whatever informations we collected, we just share, so that people who doesn't know anything about this will be useful for them.
What are the things that we should keep in our home as a precautionary measure?
We know what is going around us, so it is advisable to be prepared for everything. So you just keep with you handy thermometer and a pulse oximeter, and sanitizers. Everything is basic actually. So surgical mask.
So you have to stay at home, and even if you're going out, please protect yourself by putting double mask, using a hand sanitizer wherever possible. Try using gloves whenever you're going out, wherever you're touching, disposable ones. It will be easier for you.
So what are the links which you can go on for the testing, for informations, whichever you need? We are giving that in the description below, so you can check in the website for your further details.
So any other things that we need to do to prevent ourselves from getting this?
Prevention is as many doctors are telling for the past 1.5 years, and the government is telling for the past 1.5 years. Prevention is social distancing and wearing mask and sanitizing and washing with soaps your hands and everything whenever you go out and come. These 4 things is must for future days, and also whatever we are living now. So this, if you follow these 4, I think you will never get it actually. So, and going unnecessarily out in the crowd.
Okay.
Basically in the crowd, importantly, that is.
So one more thing that I would like to add is stop seeing negative news.
Yeah.
See the news. It is important to keep yourself informed, but it's also very important to stay away from negative news in order not to create panic.
Yes. Okay, how to differentiate between the common cold symptoms and this corona symptoms?
Yeah, because due to climatic conditions or any rainy seasons, we also get sore throat or a little sore dryness or any throat infection and all. So you should watch your symptoms whenever you get it. So this normal throat infection or any sore throats will subside when you take some home remedies, or in a half a day it will subside. That infection will not further move on. So you have to note that actually. So we had some throat infection or sore throat morning, when you evening pass on by evening, it should not be there. Or when you take some one tablet, it should subside. If it's not subsiding when you take one tablet or any home remedies, and it is continuing for the next day also, then that way you should be alarmed that it is not normal sore throat or normal throat pain.
Also, it will be accompanied by some body pain or
Yeah, that if
fever.
it is a normal one, as I said, it will subside if it's a normal one. And if it's a symptom of corona, it will not subside and it moves to the next level, like fever or any cough, continuous cough. So whatever the symptoms of corona, it will just continue with that. It will not subside. So you can differentiate in that itself.
So how many days we need to wait for that?
Only one day, I would say, considering the current situation, only one day you watch, hardly 1.5 days. You watch your sore throat or your fever is subsiding. If not, you should take the next step. If you have any fever or any cough with sore throat or any symptom which is not subsiding more than one day, don't wait. Just go and test. If it's negative, fine. Maybe it's normal cold symptoms. It will subside. But you don't wait for the turn. You just go and test.
So for testing, we need to go and test outside, or we have some home testing available?
Yeah, you have lot of home testing, private labs testing available now. You can browse in nearby home testing in your area, and you can call them and ask them to come to your home and test. Your result will come to your WhatsApp or email after maybe 1.5 days or like that. So you can go out and also test, but it is advisable to take home test. If it's there, you avail that and take home test.
Correct. So if the test is positive, what is the next step?
Okay, now you have tested and your result RT-PCR test is positive. In the result, in the testing result, you have RT-PCR detected positive, and you have values below that which is mild or which is moderate or which is very highly positive. You can see the values in that itself. For example, if you have the RT-PCR value of 15 and the mild value is between 10 to 15, you can just analyze from that you have mild positive. So this is just for your analyzing how your infection is.
So lower the value, higher the infection.
Infection.
However, let me be very clear here that many of the common people are not able to understand the report. So the moment you get your report, please consult your physician immediately so as to understand what is the status of your test.
Yeah. So when you get positive, so just don't panic. It is the first step, I would say. Don't panic and think what next. That's all. Once you are positive and you are seeing the result, you just don't call the people who recovered and ask, what did you take? I'll also take that.
Correct.
So you don't do that. Your physician will be your right person to guide you and not the person who recovered. They can share their experience alone, but your body is different and their body is totally different. Each body is different. The medicines which they took will suit them but not for you. So you don't ask people who recovered, I can take that medicines, I can recover soon, like that. It's not like that. First, whatever physician numbers, whoever you have, that contact them and ask them what to do and ask them what medicine should I take. With my PCR result is this level, so what should I do next? So he or she is only the correct person to guide you and not the person who is recovered. You can just get some experience or some support from them and not guidance.
So that means it also says that don't blindly follow some of the YouTubers of showing how they have recovered. Exactly, your body is very different from others.
Yes.
So please consult a physician before taking any medicines.
So we are also YouTubers actually. So you can ask what you guys are doing. So we are just giving awareness and information. So it's not like you should not take whatever we are giving as a solution. So you should talk to your doctor related to this and confirm it whether to take this or not.
So in case the doctor has told self-isolation, home quarantine, so how should you monitor yourself?
Okay, now you have contacted your doctor and your doctor will decide whether you should be in home quarantine or you should go to hospital. So he knows you have to tell about your medical histories or what comorbidities you have, everything.
What is comorbidities?
Comorbidities is previous medical conditions you have for a long time. For example, diabetics, hypertension, thyroid, whatever you have in your body, because the doctor doesn't know about your medical conditions, you have to relieve that. So when you tell these and your positive results, everything, he will decide and tell to be home quarantine or hospitalized. So according to that you can follow. Your doctor have told now home quarantine. So isolate yourself. Then follow the medicines whatever doctor is giving, and from day one note down day one what you had the symptom and day one what you had the temperature. Prepare a table. Just day one I had this temperature, day one I had this symptom, and day one your pulse oximeter is this much. Then day 2 you had this. Every day update this chart daily. Each day you talk to your doctor and tell your day status.
So the temperature and the oxygen level need to be
monitored every 4 hours once.
4 hours.
Yeah. Without checking your oximeter or your body temperature, you don't panic and think that something is happening inside. Rather than you check with your temperature and your pulse oximeter and you know your levels, and be calm and tell your doctor that this is my temperature, this is my oxygen. He will say it is okay or what to do next. So So you don't panic yourself.
So, apart from the medicines and all, what are the home remedies that can be taken during this time?
Yeah, home remedies, as everyone knows, you can steam and take some kashayams, kata, like that. Then healthy foods, healthy immune foods you take. We have in YouTube's or any, doctor will also prescribe which is healthier foods, and that also you can prepare a chart and keep. Like day 1 you have to take this type of foods, day 2 you take this type of foods. Like you can be conscious about your food if you follow the chart.
Okay, I've heard a lot about proning exercise, wherein you lie flat on your stomach to increase your oxygen level. So, what are your views about it?
Is it necessary?
Is it necessary to do, and can all people do it?
So you just consult your doctor whether it is okay to do or not. So we cannot do ourselves seeing a YouTube video which is helpful in oxygen levels. So just consult your doctor. Fever, what is the normal level and which is the alarming level, and oxygen level, what is the normal level and what is the alarming level. So you first have that information with you. So temperature is like normal body temperature for adults is like 98.4. So you just ask your doctor when it reaches crossed 100 itself. Pulse oximeter, it should not be below 94. When it reaches below 94, you should alarm your doctor.
So then doctor will decide whether to go to hospital.
Correct.
Or stay in home quarantine.
Correct. You don't buy any oxygen cylinders and do yourself anything. It is not at all advisable. We have seen people in our surroundings who have gone their oxygen level down and they themselves arranged a cylinder.
Some healthcare professional, they did something in the home, but
But
I
it
don't
went,
want to say this, but now they are no more. If you got the bed, just hospitalize yourself and don't buy the oxygen cylinder in home, that seeing some videos and do it yourself. That is not at all advisable.
This is what we have experienced.
Yes,
now.
in our own society it happened.
When should we get a CT scan done?
Yeah, actually CT scan is like now people are rushing to that. How far your lung is infected? Only after day 5. Before that, if you take CT scan, nothing is going to visible in that, and you will not get any useful information from that. So you wait till 5th day, or your doctor will tell when to take. You don't rush yourselves before that and take CT scans. And also in CT scan, you have the CT scores. So for 25 they score you how long your lung is infected, and there is some calculations on that we don't need actually that much information, but you have the scores of your CT in the report, and you also have the percentage of your lung infection. It will maybe 20 or 30 or 40 according to your infection. So as soon as you got your CT scan, talk to your doctor. This is my CT scan report, this is my percentage of infection, everything, and he will suggest you what to do. So anything, you first contact your doctor, then take the decision.
Is it advisable to take remdesivir by yourself?
Yeah, we are seeing many news about this remdesivir, which is given for some other disease long before. So it was helpful for that disease. So for corona also they started giving the first wave, and we saw many patients improving taking remdesivir. But there are statistics saying that if 10% of the people taking remdesivir has recovered, same 10% of the people who took remdesivir is not survived also. So there is nothing to confirm using remdesivir it can be recovered. So people are just buying the remdesivir in the black, giving so much money, and without knowing doctor's advice also they are taking. We are hearing some news that people in home quarantine also buying remdesivir and taking themselves, thinking that they will recover soon. It is not at all true.
So actually WHO also removed this remdesivir medicine from the COVID medicine list.
See, government has given so many facilities for the COVID patients. So there are COVID.
So actually they've arranged a COVID war room. So if you know about it, it's okay. But if you don't know, the COVID war room number is 104. So if you call them, you can reach out for any information which is related to COVID. so they can help you out. So this COVID war room, especially for you can call them for your oxygen stock, vaccine requirement and bed availability especially.
That's what you can
They
do.
will guide you for the hospitals, private hospitals and government hospitals nearby you. You can avail that facility, so which you can call by 104, the number. And also they have the website. So we will give the website link in the description. So in the website you can go and register the patient name, so what are the symptoms they have, and the patients need a bed. If the patient is needing a bed or oxygen requirements, you can register in that website, so that they will arrange for that.
They have many screening centers available in Chennai, and I'm sure in all districts also. So you have to go to that screening center with your positive result. So they will guide you with the CT scan is required, or you should go to home quarantine, or you should go to hospital, or whatever your need is. They will just guide you with that. So you just go for the screening centers nearby your area if you are not getting any other supports.
Correct. So it's more advisable to sit at home and talk to a physician rather than going out and, I would say,
Yeah.
screening yourself.
Yeah.
Only if you feel that you are too confused about the situation, then only venture out.
Yes. So the problem here is actually people are not declaring that they are COVID positive, since they are in some kind of illusion that they only have that, because everybody is affected with it now. So we work together to get out of it. We will break the chain actually. So we will ask you to seek the help, to contact numbers. You contact your friends, your family members, everybody, so that you will get some tips, some information that it will be helpful for you for the to recover from that very soon.
Also, the most important step to break the chain is to get vaccinated. The sad part is many people are still under the impression that what is the need of vaccination. That is the first step to break the chain. Also, once you get vaccinated, even if it's a single dose, your body has developed some antibodies to fight the virus if you get it. Your symptoms will not go to a very severe level if you have taken a vaccination. It acts as a shield for you. So it's very important to get yourself vaccinated.
Also, one survey says that one dose, if you've taken one dose, 50% of people are not getting the corona itself, even their family members are affected. So only 50% got it. So they have the statistics. If you put the second dose also, 90% you will not get that. So even if you get it, it will not reach the severity level.
Yeah.
So better go and get vaccinated.
Vaccination doesn't prevent you from getting corona. It will only help in reducing the symptoms of it. So if you are vaccinated even for just a single dose, it doesn't mean that you can just roam around. You have to stay at home.
Actually, how to book it? So there is a website called CoWIN. CoWIN website is there. We will provide the link in the description. You register with that with your ID card. If you go in, it will show the PIN code. So if give your area PIN code. So and you search the hospitals. It will show what are the vaccines available, at what timing it is available. You can book that vaccine and go and get vaccinated first.
So each person will get different symptoms. As I said, I can have some cold and other person will not have the cold and they will have some other symptoms. So don't compare with other people's symptoms. So if you have that symptoms, you just make your mind, this is all corona symptoms. It will subside. Day by day it will subside. It will reduce after you reach the day 10 or day 11. It will slowly reduce. All your taste, smell, whatever symptoms you have, it will reduce. But it will take some time and you should be patient. So don't panic and don't compare with your symptoms with others. Don't have to panic that you have some other problem affected, so that you are having readiness, so that you are having tiredness. Nothing related to any other problem. It's only because of coronavirus. All these symptoms will come.
So in the end, we would just like to say that corona has actually given us a big blow right now, saying that it is the time to take care of your health. So health is the real wealth. It's high time we take care of our health by eating healthy, doing physical activity daily. So whatever is available in your kitchen, you use it. Eat home cooked food, which is far more healthier than the outside food. Stay connected with your people and stay calm.
Emotional strength is most needed now.
Together we can break this chain.